Hi, this is Andrea with Northern Whimsy Art Studio, and this is the Unicorn Mosaic Kit. With this kit, you're going to have some crystal gems, some pink iridescent glass, white glass with a little piece of chain, some mirror, and some gold pieces. You're also going to have some glue. You'll have 2 popsicle sticks and a sponge. One of the popsicle sticks will be used for your glue, and the other popsicle stick will be used for your grout in your next portion. That's the little container of powder that is in your kit as well. Not included in your kit is going to be a pencil, a pair of rubber gloves, and an old rag that you can throw away at the end. So getting started on your kit, there are some safety things here. This kit's recommended for ages 12 and older just because there are sharp glass pieces. Parents need to use judgment on that as far as what kids can handle. Careful not to wipe your hand across the work surface. You are going to want something to work on top of. I just have a piece of paper here. The glass shards are sharp, obviously, so just be careful with that. Also, when you're working with grout, you don't want to wash your grout down your drain at the end. You're going to want to throw away your extra grout into the trash can. So just keep that in mind. Don't rinse your grout down your drain. It will clog your drains. With that, let's get started. So you can see I have some lines started here, and I'll show you what I did. So on my unicorn, I just took a pencil and I made a line here where my horn stops. I made a line for where I want my eye to be, and it's just a little curved line there. I marked off where the mane is going to be under the ears. And then I came in here with the hair in front and just made it come down into a point. Use your creativity. I'd love to see pictures of what you guys come up with here, but these are just suggestions. On this next chunk of hair, I started at the back of the horn and came down with a curved line and then just came to a point. I started at the back of the ears and came down and met that point to make that piece. On the next chunk, I have 2, the point is right here at the back of the ears, so I just came down into a curve and stopped down here. And again, start at the back of those ears and come down here and make this a long chunk of hair. And then on this one, we have the point here, so at the inside point, I'm just kind of starting at that behind the ears again and curving and making that line meet right there. The next one, I just pick kind of a spot along this edge and just make that line meet with where it comes out over here. And then on the last one, it's just a curved line that comes out to that point and meets there at that point. I'm actually going to make it a little bit, in a little bit more, so it's not totally sharp right there at that point. The reason I'm not making it come out to that point is I don't want a really thin line right here that I have to fill in pieces. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to make it come down a little bit so that it is easier to work that bottom. You don't have to have real tiny pieces to fill in that space. Okay, so I have a basic idea of what my unicorn is going to look like. Now I'm going to mark what color I want because I'm going to alternate the colors. So I'm going to start this one out as pink. So I'm just going to put a P right there. So my hair is going to be pink and mirror, and then this will be white out here. So I'm just going to put a W out here for white. His ears are going to be white. The horn's going to be gold. And so then I'm going to go pink, and then, and then I'm going to go mirror. So I'm going to put an M. And then I'll do pink on this one, and mirror, pink, and mirror. And you can decide what you want to do in there. It does not all have to be the same, but that's what I'm going to do there. Okay, so getting started, the glue that we're using is called Weld glue. It is not, it is water soluble, and it is made for gluing glass, metal, and other objects like that. If it starts to get a little dry, you can add a little bit of water, but they should, within the baggies, they should stay pretty moist. If you have any trouble and need more, feel free to contact me. I'm happy to give you some more glue. So I'm going to go ahead and start with, I'm going to start with this pink right here for her hair and fill in that with glue. And I'm just staying in the line so I know where I want to put my pieces the best that I can. And my glue doesn't have to be real thick. It just needs to be thick enough that the glass can bed down in it, but not so the glue doesn't come up over the top of the glass. So I'm going to start with a piece that kind of follows that curve right there. So within this first pour, I have a kind of a little curved piece right there. I thought I'd like that, but nope. I'm going to put that up here where that curve is up there on her forehead. And I'm just trying to follow the outside edge of my piece. That curve just happened to work perfect there. Looking for kind of a pointy piece for that end. This one may work. Let's see. Nope, too pointy. Don't like it, so I'm going to put that right there where that curve is also. And I'm just working my way around, keeping an eye out for that perfect piece for the end of her hair here. This one's got a nice curve to follow right there. Some of these pieces have real shiny side to them, and you can pick to put that shiny side up. Or if you don't like the shiny, you can put it down. Following this outside edge, it's definitely not looking fantastic at this point. You got to get it all filled in before you can kind of see what it starts coming together, see how it comes together. I'm leaving space in between my pieces, and that's going to be where the grout pushes down into there. So I try to keep my spaces as consistent as I can. That works sometimes, other times not so well. So do the best you can to leave your spaces in between consistent. Let's see, if I had a real long one to put in there, that would be nice, and that would finish that up. Let's try this one and see how that looks. Yeah, that's good. I can do that. And a little tiny piece in there. I think this will work. And one long narrow one for underneath there. This might be it. Just being careful when you handle the glass. All right, I think I'll do it for that. So then I'm going to put my pink away here, and I'm going to go ahead and do this mirror right here. And I'm not going to glue such a large section that it will dry before I get to it. So I probably won't fill in all of this hair. I'll just do a portion of it, and then I'll come back in and do some and I actually want to add in I want to add in some of these gems. I wasn't thinking as I filled that in. I might put a gem or two in this while I'm here. I think I'll do that. I think I'm going to take this piece out. I've already gotten sidetracked and forgot what I was doing. I just used my pencil to reach down in there and take that piece out. And what I'm going to do is just put in one of these gems and give it some shininess in there. Yeah, I think I'll just do the one right there for now. This piece just a little more angle. Okay. And as I go, I'm going to add some of these gems in to her hair. So I got some of my mirror. I don't like that one. This one might be better. There. I'm just going to follow this line down here. Trying to match the angles as I go down. And I'm going to put a gem in as we go here. I'm going to put this guy, this big one right here. And I'll work around that. More glue here. And you can see as you go, if the glue starts getting clear, you've glued a little bit too far ahead of yourself. So make sure that you're gluing as much as you can work. And I'm going to put another little gem right here. And then one right down here. Saving my real tiny pieces for when I get to the bottom of the hair here where it starts to get real narrow. Okay, so there's that portion of hair. Kind of pushing it down just a little bit. All right, so this one's going to be pink again. So I'll go ahead and do this pink section and then come back. I like to work my way one direction so that I'm not bumping. So if I were to do this piece first, I'd be bumping this mirror as I'm working this one. So I'm going to start with this mirror and just keep working my way this way. Okay, so I went ahead and finished the hair, and so I got the alternating colors there of the mirror and the pink. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and do the horn here. So I have my gold pieces. I'm going to put some glue on here, and I start with my biggest gold pieces that I have, and that's going to be the one that I lay across the bottom there. So I'll just lay that across, and then I'll just kind of keep picking my biggest ones and working my way up, following that outside edge. So the next thing I'm going to do, I would actually go ahead and finish his ears here, put the white in his ears, but I'm going to leave that for now. But I'm going to start here. So I'm going to take this, you have your little piece of chain, I'm just going to put that on his eye, there, and just lay that across to make it into a U shape, on her eye, his eye, whichever one your unicorn is. And there's the eye. So I'm going to fill in around here and just start doing the white. So that's all that we have left to do, is fill in all the white. You can choose to use your leftover gems in the white. I'm not going to. I'm just going to make it white going all the way down and just leave the hair being. Try to keep the glue off the top of your chain here, but it'll dry clear, so it's not a big deal if I get a little bit on it. I should have just filled in this whole area actually instead of trying to do this. So fill in this whole area, then lay your chain on. This was not the way to do this, but it'll work. Okay, so I'm just going to start filling in my white. So it'll be the rest of the body and the ears. I hope you are enjoying the kits. Please let me know if you have any questions, suggestions, anything else. You can contact us on our Facebook page or through email. We appreciate you sharing your pictures when you're done with your kits. And thanks, and hope you enjoy the holidays. Thank you. Bye.